I'm Luann Colm. I've been going to Journey Church since about 2009 when it started. I waitressed for a lot of different jobs growing up, and my parents have always impressed that we should give to the church. But I would also think that I really wanted to buy this outfit or something else and had something coming up that I could use the money for. So I tended to not be as generous with my giving. And then that brings me to the morning that I was driving in my car. Not a great time emotionally or financially in my life. Always listened to Caleb, though, had it on in the radio, and all week it had been, they were doing their fund drive. And I was just like, not paying attention because I'm like, I don't have any money. And then I'd hear it the next day, and I kept thinking that God was like saying, you should probably give to this. And I was ignoring it because I was living paycheck to paycheck and didn't have any extra money for this. And so then finally, it was the last day of their drive. I was driving to work, and God was like, do this. And I said, I can't. I don't have any extra money. And then, keep driving, and then he's saying it again. You really need to do this. And I was like, I can't. I don't have the money. And then God said, do this one more time. I mean, like clear as day. You need to do this. So I said, okay, I will call and I will make this donation, but then it's up to you to come up with how I can pay for this because I don't have the money. Fast forward to that afternoon at work, and we had our employee monthly meeting, and I won the employee of the month. Winning the employee month is a little piece of paper that you could hang up and a $250 check, which then covered my whole year of my Caleb donation. So my girlfriends were like, why aren't you happy? And I just remember sitting there and be like, you do not understand what just happened. God literally just showed up, paid my bill. So that has changed my whole perspective on giving. Now it's like the first thing I do. Every time I can, I give extra, and I know that he's not going to let me down. And then I was like calling my parents, calling my kids. I'm like, you guys are not going to believe what just happened. God just did a burning bush for me. I think you just really need to listen to your heart and listen to what he's telling you, and he's not going to let you down. And if you look and if you keep track of how many times he's showing up in your life, it just becomes so overwhelmingly apparent. He's not going to send you or ask you to do something where he's not going to go. He already knew how he was going to play that day out, and you just literally have to trust in him.